Hello friend, this is Shomik Bishwas. You are attending the classes of circuit theory and network, and today is the second class of that two-port network. Today our objective of discussion is H parameters. So H parameters. So what is the equation of the H parameter? As you can see, I am just writing here H parameter. The equation is V1 I2, that is of H11 H12 H21 H22 of V2 I1. Okay, so that is the H parameter set. So what is the equation? That V1 equals to H11 V2 H11 V2 of that simple matrix calculation, you know, that is H1 V2, sorry, that I did a mistake right here, that is I1 actually, and that is V2, that is I1 V2. Okay, so that is H11 I1 plus H12 V2, again that is I2 means H21 I1 plus H22 V2. So this is the equation of that H parameter. Now how we can read Z parameter using this? Here if you are writing this H parametric form, so V1 by I1 equals to H11 for V2 equals to 0. Okay. Now here that V2 condition is 0 is directly following this Y parameter. So how to have that Y parameter? What is the Y matrix? You know, that is Y11, that is Y12, and this is V1 plus V2 equals to I1. So when V2 equals to 0, so V2 equals to 0, so I1 by V1 equals to Y11. Okay, so I1 by V1 equals to Y11, so I can write that 1 by Y11 equals to V1 by I1, that is equals to H11. So here it is a relation. So what is the relation between Y and Z? Now you can see that what is the relation I already have derived somehow. If I didn't it, so please see how to do that. So this is V1 equals to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2. Okay, so V2 equals to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. So now if you are solving this, so you can easily write that is Z21, so it is Z11, so it is Z11 V1 minus Z21, it is Z21 V1 minus, that is Z11 V2, so that is 21, that is 1 multiplied that divided by Z12 Z21 minus Z22 Z11 I2. Okay, so if you are shorting this I1, so obviously it should be Z12 Z22, so you have to do this Z z22 v1 minus z22 v1 minus z12 v2 that divided by z11 that is 1 2. So it is again we are doing the subtraction, so obviously that divided by delta z minus that divided by minus of delta z. Why? Because that if you are having such matrix, so if it is z11 it is z12 that is z21 that is z22, so actually what is the modulus? That is this one minus this one, so z11 z22 minus z21 z12, so that is the value of delta z. Here it is the reverse actually. So here if you are considering this, if you want to make this particular I2 off, so obviously it is z11 into z22, so z11 z22 minus that is this is z21 z12, so it should be plus because delta formation is same over here, but it is minus delta. If I didn't in the previous class, please make it a correction on this. So this is again plus, so this is minus, so this is v1, so it is v1 by i1, so this is equals to i1. So what is v1 by i1? That is v1 by i1, so it is just the reverse delta by z22, that is equals to 1 by y11 and it is h11. So what is the relation of this? That is h11 equals to 1 by y11 equals to delta by z22. That is the expression. So you can in this way can convert from one parameter to the another parameter and to the another parameter. So this parametric conversion is required when you are getting this type of knowledge. Again the another form is tested. This is called the G parameter. So G parameter is the inverse of this. So here I1 V2 equals to G11 G12 G21 G22, and here it is V1 I2. Okay, so what is the equation then? I1 equals to V1 G11 plus G12 I2, and here it is V2 equals to V1 G21 plus I2 G22. That is a characteristic equation of the G parameter. So in the same way, if you are having this I1 by V1 equals to G11, now here see this is V1 by I1 equals to 1 by G11 for I2 equals to 0. Now V1 equals to Z11 I1 for I2 equals to 0. So V1 by I1 equals to Z11 and equals to 1 by G11. Fine. So there must be some relation with that Z11 with that Y, and finally Y to H in this way. So that is the relation of that Z parameter and the Z parameter. Now what is the relation between H parameter and G parameter? The same thing, the same dimension you have to present right here. That same definition you have to create also, that here that V1 by I1 should have I2 equals to 0, but in this equation when you are experiencing all these things here, the thing is quite different. If you are writing this H parameter here, that V1 by I1 having V2 equals to 0, here V1 by I1 having I2 equals to 0. So when this type of condition is being satisfied using different parametric circuits, so the conversion is only taking place. Now, so today we will having some more examples of that two-port network. Generally the problem usually come to your paper. Here you can see that one network is given in this way, that is J40, that is J80, and that is minus J160. So we have to find it out. It is a T-type network, so the different value it is given as RA, that is RB, that is RC. So what is the voltage equation? You can write it as, say, this is, if it is V1, so V1 equals to RA I1 plus, it is taking in this way, so that is coming to this, so it should be RB. But if you are taking this, RB should have both component, that is I1 and I2 both. And the other way, that V2 equals to, if you are taking, if it is RC, so that is RC I2 plus of that same. So that is a equation you can write in this way, and you can easily find out that is a relation between V1, V2 and others. But one easier way to find out that different values is what, if it is V1, if you are using Z parameter, so when that Z parameter say that V1 equals to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, so when I2, this part equals to 0, so it is V1 by I1. So this part equals to 0 means the V equals to 0, so the current is taking this path. So finally V1 by I1 equals to J40 minus J160, so it is minus J120, that is equals to Z11 one value. So what is Z21? That is Z21 means here, if we are having this particular V2, so what is the value of V2? V2 equals to minus J160, that multiplied with I1, because it is open circuit, no current is passing to this, so just this particular value is V2. So finally V2 by I1 is what? That is Z21, so it is minus J160, so it is Z21, this is Z11. In this way you have to find out. Now you can have more problem like this. We can have one direct problem from that H parameters, say like this. You are having a small short of circuit and you have to find out the hybrid parameters. How? This is suppose given that one particular circuit, one model of that C transistor. Actually H parameters is maximally used for that modeling of transistor. So one circuit is given, you can say it is question number 2. How it is? Suppose one resistance, that is RB, that is RE, it is connected with a particular voltage source, that is mu BC into VB, so plus minus here, and here it is one dependent current source, that is alpha CB IA, another resistance, that value is RE plus RD, and this is the route where IB is flowing, and this is the route where IA equals to flowing. So this particular portion the voltage is VA, this particular portion the voltage is VB. So you have to find out the H parameters. Okay, so how to find out that? You can see, if you are considering the first equation, first loop, so you can write that VA equals to RB plus RE within bracket multiplied by IA plus mu BC into VB. Okay, now for the second case we should write that now if you are applying KCL at the output port loop, so again we can write that IB is basically taking a division in this way, so it is VB. So VB by this resistance plus this current, that total is IB. IB is taking the branches in this way, so I can write here that IB equals to alpha CB IA plus VB divided by RE plus RD. I am going to write that RF, no, it is RD. Well, so it is VA, it is IB, this is IA, this is VB, this is IA, this is VB. So I can have one equation like VA, that is IB, and here it is RB RE, here it is mu BC, here it is alpha CB, here it is 1 by RE RB. Okay, that is multiplied with this common matrix IA and VB. So it is just like a two-port matrix. You can see, therefore H11 is this is the H11, this is the H12. Okay, so I'm just writing that is H22 equals to 1 by RE plus RD. Okay, so it can be solved out like this way. So in this way, many more examples are there. You have to solve it using this parameter. So not necessary that you have to use H parameter to solve. If it is possible for you that you are having in-depth knowledge in Z parameters and Y parameters, so any problem you should find it out which parameters is most easy for you to apply it. Just leave out that particular concept that what is being asked in this paper. So suppose it is asked that in particular problem you have to find out the Z parameters. Now you can see that if you are using H parameter, it is easy to find out. So please find out that H coefficient first, then the conversion between H coefficient to the Z coefficient. You can easily find out what is a Z equivalent matrix and what is a Y equivalent matrix. So what is the main way to solve such two-port problems? That any short of two-port parameters you have to find it out. First of all, you have to find out the corresponding parameters which seems easier for you. It may be H parameter, it may be Z parameter, it may be ABCD parameter, what it may be. But after getting this particular value, you should take the conversion only, which is required in this question. If it is required that you have to find out the Z parameters, so just take that conversion. You can easily find it out. So thank you very much. In the next class we will discuss on that ABCD and the inverse ABCD parameters. So thank you very much. See you at the next class. Goodbye.